gonna say it's a classic.
It's instantly, bro, and I guess that's what pissed me off more. Most of the time when folks drop a classic, right?
Are we live right now?
Not yet, I don't think.
Oh,
When folks drop a classic, right? You Too Hard to Swallow is a classic, right? Them niggas had to build up that shit.
You know why
Them
I'm
niggas
glad?
had to get songs in movies. There was a build up.
You know why I'm glad he did it? Because that
3000?
means musically he's being creative again.
yeah.
That's all I care about. So if his creative juices are flowing, I'm okay with that.
Creative juices flowing in the wrong direction.
To the
Mississippi only go one way. To the flute, my guy.
Andre's one of them type of people where he has to be motivated. This is gonna motivate him.
We live?
All right. Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. Let me start off by saying, America, let me go a little further and say Texas, and goddamn it, let me go a little further and say Dallas, Fort Worth. I am sorry. I am sorry that we have abandoned you and left you with imitation stands, imitation C West,
Ooh.
and imitation Kings.
Off brand.
I apologize
Great
for
value.
leaving you in the hands of these people who pretend to talk about new topics, but only talk about our old topics.
Shit, we was talking about.
It's like you taking my old bitch and making them your new bitch, and I am sorry for that.
But she's still wearing the same panties that we bought her.
She made that lingerie for me. I want to apologize for leaving you with these non-hosting, rude interrupting, no subject matter having, pandering to women, disrespectful to niggas ass podcast hosts.
Ooh.
Slow down, bro. Slow
man.
down.
But I got news for you. The real is back. Ladies and gentlemen, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and Happy motherfucking New Year.
Yeah.
Because once again, I want to welcome you to the most dangerous show on YouTube, R.n.s.
Here.
And
Here,
God
fucking here.
damn it, I am your host with the motherfucking most. And we are back.
Guess who's busy at?
The reality of it is I never left. And I know I came back half of me. But as I always say, half of me is better than 100% of you niggas.
Hey.
Boom.
I think I be saying that shit.
What a link.
Well, without further ado, we're going to jump into this motherfucker and introduce ourselves, starting over there in that corner.
Yo. Y'all already know who I am, man. S. Jenkins 03 on I. Damn, I ain't said this shit in so long.
He rusty.
I ain't said this shit in so long. S. Jenkins 03 on IG. Y'all already know who it is.
Man.
Stanley Jenkins, a.k.a. Tony Pearl, a.k.a. Abubakar Sadiq,
Sadiq.
a.k.a. Sonny Koufax, a.k.a. Macho Man Stanley Savage, a.k.a. the nigga that your oldest son want to be like because your baby daddy is trash. But
Damn it, man. Damn it, man.
God damn.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the real is back, as he stated, like we always do at this time. Your boy Cornell West, Fly Guy C West in the building, at Fly Guy C West on everything, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. Holla at your boy, we in there.
already.
And you already know what it is. It's your host that never chokes. Mr. King _ it's _ him
With the sassy
is
hand.
back. AKA Mr. Commit to My Girl. AKA that's McKinley's daddy. AKA I told you niggas when I lost weight I was still gonna be flying to you. You thought the shit was gonna change? What's wrong with these niggas, man? America, we have a jam-packed show for you.
Hey,
It feels good to be back right here at the home of Royal Lane Studios, the home of Biz, the home of some of the hottest music producers, DJs, radio personalities in the DFW.
fashion shows,
Fashion shows,
6400 Maple.
you dig.
Holla at us.
Today's show, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to jump right into it. I want to start off by giving an ode to the man himself. I've been holding off on this for a very long time, but I think it's time that I introduce myself to this individual. So, I would like to say to you, Dr. Umar.
Oh God.
I would like to introduce you to me.
This is where we started. Alrighty then.
Yes,
Just getting right into it.
Dr.
With the shits.
Kinye
He didn't play with the pussy.
West.
King Ye?
West. Because this is about to be some shit. Not Kanye, Kinye. Dr. Umar, you went on a podcast this week and you went in on your regular rhetoric about brother Deion Sanders and the job he's doing at Colorado. So a couple of comments Dr. Umar said was that Deion he's a sellout. He sold out from Jackson State. He said that Deion went to this predominantly white university, and at this university he can do absolutely nothing for the black community besides bring in black athletes to make money for this said white university.
Okay.
He said that Deion he's disappointed in Deion, and basically at this point Deion is washed, and there's nothing else he can do besides sell out his own kind.
What the fuck? Everything is a business. It's a hustle. If the money was going that way, Deion, I would easily make my way on up to Colorado.
I just want to know something. When Deion was at Jackson State, Jackson State was one of the poorest schools in the SWAC. He got them sponsorships, Under Armour. He was coming out of pocket paying for uniforms, equipment, training facility shit. He got them all there, right? Made them one of the premier programs inside of the SWAC. Premier. When Deion was being scrutinized by the other black coaches inside of the SWAC, what was Dr. Umar saying then? Was he saying, hey, brother Deion is doing y'all a service?
No, he wasn't saying
He
shit.
wasn't saying that, was he?
No.
When they were saying, when the other coach shoved Deion after Deion predominantly whooped his ass in that game, he wasn't saying, y'all supposed to be brothers. Oh, you trying to acknowledge? He wasn't saying none of that. Because that's what you're doing, Dr. Umar. You trying to acknowledge? Give me your watch. So, I'm trying to figure out, since his own kind didn't want him, even though he was bringing the type of attention to the SWAC that had never been brought before. When did you see the SWAC on ESPN so many times before Deion? Never. Prime effect. When have you seen the SWAC get not one, but 5 or 6 different 4- and 5-star recruits going to their school?
Never.
So, why is it that when this man decide, you know what, the SWAC just may be too small, you got a problem with it? I see you moving.
He has Umar has a long history of commenting on people and issues when it's convenient for him. Now, and it could be that we just don't pay attention to the rhetoric until it's inflammatory. You get what I'm saying? But why does he talk? Why is it an issue for him? I guess that's the question that I want to ask. Why is it an issue for Umar now? Because I mean, with the season almost over with.
Yeah, Colorado's done.
Right. Yeah, they season
over.
I mean, they finished the season on a losing streak. So, like they lost like 7 out of the last 8 games or something like that.
So why did he not make these comments back in August?
Well, because the start of the season, like Deion then was the talk of college football. Like they started off beating the runner-up in the championship, like on their home field. The first couple games, like Shedeur Sanders was like almost favored to be in the Heisman.
Tom Brady.
So he doesn't.
Yeah, they were talking about that, like Tom Brady, that kind of talk. Like,
so he doesn't have an opinion until they start losing.
Who? Umar. He just
when everybody winning and shit.
He just have opinion with, I guess, a set figure with Deion Sanders. I guess starting with the HBCU.
Yeah.
Getting the notoriety, success, the eyes on the HBCU programs in the SWAC, the sponsors, everything y'all mentioned. And then once it gets hot or you get popular, then you go to the PWI. That's the issue, but it ain't like as far as
What's PWI?
Predominantly white institution. Yeah. For the people that didn't know that, okay.
Yeah,
Like, I mean,
somebody didn't know. That's why
they
I
didn't know
had-
the
that's why I
PWI.
had to
Oh, okay.
answer. Somebody didn't know.
Predominantly white institution.
Yeah.
But I mean, but people gonna have something to say about it regardless. Like,
Yeah.
it don't like it was the. I wouldn't say the natural progression for him to choose Colorado of all programs. He had to choose a program that wasn't good.
Right.
That wanted him to come in and turn the program around. They didn't have the success that everybody thought they would, but
No.
compared to last season, one game they won last year, they won 4 or 5 this year.
Include beating the
I call
national
that an
title.
improvement.
Yeah, that's a major improvement. Then, like all the business that he's doing now in the portal, in the transfer portal, since the season ended,
Right.
Man, he been getting so many players from all major universities, all PWIs. There's one to come, and these are black kids, African American kids, whether they're high school recruits or transfers from other programs that want to come play with Deion because the type of person he is, or what he stands for, and what he does for just the man he is for these kids, even if they don't make it to the next level, like just what he instills in these kids in the little bit of time that he got them.
Yeah.
And see, here's what kills me. How, Dr. Umar, let me ask you something, since you Dr. Umar. How many black coaches go from a SWAC to a Power 5 conference head coaching job? How many? Deion.
Not me, yeah, he the only one.
I say, yeah.
How many black coaches go to a Power 5 coaching school, period, and have 100% total control in their first year, like a Nick Saban or like a Dabo Sweeney or any of these other white coaches?
Yeah.
Deion took over a losing program, and while you're saying he can't do anything at these white institutions, you know what he's doing? The white players on the team, guess what they're doing? They're either falling in line or they're leaving.
Yeah.
But he's bringing up a lot of black players to that college.
He is
Look at the
doing
transfer portal. A lot of black players are transferring in. You know why? Let's start here. First things first, Deion is implementing belief. Religious belief in yourself. He ain't raising no football players, and he ain't coaching no niggas.
He raising these kids to be men.
Yes, and here's the other part, which you won't bring up. He ain't doing nothing to them that he ain't doing to his own kids, because guess what? Both his sons play on the team.
Well, one of them done. The safety, he was a
in
senior
the
this year. He don't got no more eligibility, but Shador still got time to play.
So the killer part to this is, you saw what he did at Jackson State when he brought in Brittany Renner, right? Hey, you guys don't need to be finessed. You know, women, they come and go, but let her tell you her story about what happens when they meet ball players like you and what their mindset is.
Yeah.
Hey, if you guys plan on going to the league, we don't need you wasting your money. Let's bring them in and show them how to do this. Hey, I want to teach you some new age stuff. Your social media matters. Take them guns and them drugs. Ain't no Ja Morants on this team.
Yeah.
Let me show you how to build a real social media presence so you can start getting the NIL deal, because it ain't just about me. Deion don't need no NIL money, but his players do.
Yeah.
And he teaching them that. But you don't want to bring that up. See, you worried about the predominantly white institution, but you ain't looking at the bigger picture. And I think that's your problem, Dr. Umar. You too focus on skin color versus what's the bigger picture? What's his end goal? His end goal, he's turning Colorado into a Power 5 HBCU.
But again, Dr.
On the
Umar-
cool.
That's what he doing.
On the cool.
Yeah.
Look what he doing.
He bringing a lot of color to
Yes.
Boulder, Colorado.
And not just in football. Women's basketball, women's softball, women's baseball.
I saw a stat or like one of the meme things that said, like, as far as like just the boom in the economy that Deion had just from this past football season.
Yep.
Season over with.
Yeah.
Season only lasted from August until a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
$113 million economy increase just from Deion being the head coach from last year until the last 5 months.
And Dr. Umar,
113 million.
Is that the school or the city?
The state,
the state.
Shit.
And here's the
113
thing.
million in 5 months.
Shit.
If you haven't been up the Boulder,
with players that he didn't even recruit, like he didn't like the players that he brought over, like that's just what he can get at the last minute.
big thing.
He about like this, like they won 4 games this year. I say they'll win at least 8 this year. At least 8.
They're gonna win more than 8.
I think they're supposed to be moving to the Big 12
They
too.
are in the Big 12. And with the players they bringing in,
Yeah.
it's over with.
Because what's called moving out? OU and Texas moving to SEC. What a big fish.
Yeah.
So, and here's the part that
I know we off task, but TCU a goddamn fool. But anyway, go ahead.
No, TCU staying in the Big 12, but OU and Texas, they going to the SEC.
Here's the thing that gets me about Dr. Umar. You make this big ordeal about Deion doing right at a white institution, but you won't talk about these white coaches who let minorities go through life and fail. Like, let's take the University of Miami, for example. The football player that killed his best friend on the team and went to his memorial ceremony during the game and cried like he didn't do it. Or let's talk about the shit that went down in Florida with R.n.s shooting people in the face, the Pouncey brothers beating motherfuckers up. We not talking about
He shot somebody in college?
Oh, yeah, in the face at a bar.
Yeah.
He shot somebody in
the face.
I ain't heard about that one
went to
in
testify
college.
on him.
Wow.
The college swept it up under the rug. Urban Meyer. Oh, it was going down there at the university. But nobody says anything about them. Nobody says that these white coaches ain't taking care of these black players because Tim Tebow was well taken care of.
No, Tebow was very well taken care of.
Yeah,
So-
he was
so-
the face of college football for
Oh,
a
yeah.
couple years. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
he could do no wrong.
With them same players on the team.
Yeah.
Them same troublemakers. You talk shit. You know, it's crazy to me how no one wants to bring that up. He don't want to talk about that. He don't want to talk about how they let Maurice Claret be the guinea pig to try to come out because he couldn't feed his family. So he tried to come out early after his freshman year so he can get some money to feed his family. And he ended up going sugar the shit.
Then
Sugar
had
the
to go
shit.
go
Sugar
to,
the
went
shit.
to jail for some other
Felony.
shit like later on. Like
Yeah, because he wanted to do right by his family. He didn't want to rob, steal, and kill.
But now the NIL is
Legal.
yeah.
It's a thing now.
They should back pay all them athletes, man.
Especially Mr. Reggie Bush.
Hell yeah.
You deserve money. But they don't want to talk about that. They don't want to talk about all these jerseys that these black athletes are selling for these white schools. Last year, Jackson State, when Deion was at Jackson State, one of the highest selling merch colleges in the U.S. was fucking Jackson State.
HBCU.
For the first time ever.
Yeah.
The HBCUs got more love with Deion than HBCUs than any other college. You don't think he deserved Power 5 money? And then on top of that, you talking like Colorado just full of fucking money. They had to scrape up money from donors to pay Deion.
Well, no. They knew that money was gonna come.
Yeah, because
They knew that money was gonna come with Deion coming
Yeah.
through. Yeah. Them boosters was gonna pay what they need to weigh.
But that's just what he commands. And the fact that he's still doing it his way. Deion didn't sell out. What the fuck did he sell out? It's his program, his coaching style, his way, his authority, his say-so. So what did he sell out?
But even on top of that, even with Deion doing what he did at Jackson State, while he was there, it was still other HBCUs where former football players who wanted to go take
Coach.
head coach
Yes.
positions at
Yes.
Eddie George at Tennessee State.
Yes.
Yep.
Ed Reed tried it,
Bethune-Cookman.
Bethune-Cookman, it didn't work out.
Yep.
But I mean, these people are trying. Like even the former NFL coach Hugh Jackson was at Grambling for a hot minute before some other stuff fell apart.
But they ain't Deion.
No, they're not Deion, but he's opening the door for like he's making it easier, making it more accessible for like these former successful players that were successful in the league that have a rapport. If they want to go back and give to the community, like some of these institutions are opening their arms to these players.
He
Like
had Travis Hunter say, fuck Alabama, I'm going to a HBCU. I'm going to Jackson
fuck
State.
Florida State.
Florida
He was
State,
going to
yeah.
Florida State, yeah.
He went to fucking Jackson State.
Yeah.
Florida State went undefeated this year.
Over Alabama.
And Florida State. They went undefeated
He
this
was the
year.
number one,
He
what,
said,
number
"Fuck
one
them."
recruit or number one player in that class.
Yes. So you don't want to recognize him for that. You know what kills me? The people who, Dr. Umar, the people who do things by the book, who do everything right. You don't have a scandal on Deion. You don't see Deion beating his wife. You don't see Deion misappropriating his funds. He didn't steal from Jackson State. Hell, he gave more than he took away. He left Jackson State in the best condition they can ever be in. They got sponsorships. TC, the coach for Jackson State, he would have never got a head coaching job anywhere.
They couldn't even pay Deion what he was worth at Jackson
No,
State.
at all. And he didn't care.
For the first couple of years. After a while, like, hey, you got to pay like you weigh.
Everything is a hustle. I'm
Yeah.
here for my money as much as I'm
of
here for
course.
the kids.
It's Deion Sanders.
But it's just the fact that, like, with the little bit of time that he's been there, as much as he did for the state of Mississippi, period. But of course, the city of Jackson for that school, all that type of stuff, like the amount of money that he brought in for just that small metropolitan area, like he should have been paid or compensated a lot better than whatever he did get paid.
Definitely.
But of course, this is HBCU. They don't pay people like that. I mean,
but it's one of those things like he knew going into it that
he knew it wasn't gonna be. He wasn't gonna be there forever.
Pay him what he was.
Yeah,
worth.
it's just me showing what I can do. Let me prove what I can do.
Because he hadn't had like a college head coach
No.
position ever. So it's like taking an entry level job. It's like I know I'm worth $85K, but I'm gonna take your 42. I'm gonna take your 42 for 6 months. But at that 6 months, you're gonna have to make something happen.
It's gonna have to be some benefits to compensate that other 42 that I'm missing on. I mean, 85 to 43. I mean, I gotta have a company car. I gotta have gas card. I gotta be living for free. Like some gonna have to. You gotta compensate that 42 that I'm missing, shawty.
I just want to know, Dr. Umar, why you ridiculing and criticizing Dion? How many times have you reached out and said, Dion, let me come personally on campus and see what y'all about? Let me step foot on this campus and talk to some of your boys and see what you about.
Dion laughed.
Hey, does Umar has Umar opened his campus?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right.
Nope. Still waiting on that.
He gonna have a college program.
I didn't want to be that guy, but
I mean,
is he gonna have a football program?
I feel like Dr. Umar got a white woman at his house waiting on him hand and foot.
That's very possible.
His woman.
That's very possible.
That's his woman that he hiding behind closed doors. Cause it's funny to me how like Dr. Umar, you ridicule black women at times, you ridicule black men, you ridicule Dion. But weren't you the same nigga that took a date with Sukiana?
Ugh.
And
He went on a date with her?
yeah, they because she said she would submit to him and do all this other stuff. I want to have a conversation with her.
I think that was just for PR.
For clicks.
Yeah, for another check or whatever.
He chasing checks. I mean, let me
What he been doing? Like,
let me say this.
Has the school open?
We know you.
What he been doing all these donations and
That's
speeches?
school open, nigga.
I'm just saying,
Like, where is the funds?
like as far as all the donations and groundbreaking and this and updates, and it's been
He ain't got no ground to break.
It's been 15 years at this point.
I'm looking like this. Dr. Umar, you seen Sukiana tape of her at the pool doing what she do best, throwing up, huh? You knew what that girl is about. You hear her songs. You sat down and talked to her. You know what it is. And I'm not a judgy person. I'm not judging Sukiana. I think she's a wonderful young lady just living her life how she want to live it. That's cool. But what I'm saying to you as a 40-plus-year-old man to this 23, however old this little girl is, what do you think you're doing? Trying to criticize Deion Sanders, who's a husband, father, pillar in every community he stay in. And what, Dr. Umar, where's your community?
Man of God.
Man of God, where's your community?
He is a man of God.
Yeah, because he's a shady preacher.
The Pan-African Prince.
No, I'm talking about Prime.
Oh, Prime. Oh,
Yeah, I ain't talking about Umar. No, Prime is a man of God.
Yeah, Prime is a real
For sure.
man of God. Lead by faith. Like, what are you leading by, Dr. Umar? We don't know. We see you in all these major platforms. You're on the Breakfast Club, pushing your own agenda. You're on these little rinky-dink podcasts.
Press run, man. Press run.
But I'm trying to figure out what he promoting. School ain't open. It's been 15 years.
Been pressing it, man. Been got a press run.
Your book flopped.
I ain't know you had a book came out.
Flopped because it flopped.
How does a book flop?
Easy.
I mean,
like we used to throw CDs.
It's not my segment to bash Dr. Umar, but I'm just saying, like, man, come on, man. Enough is enough.
Yeah, I mean, you can't get mad because somebody found another way, Dr. Umar. That's the story I'm trying to tell you.
See, and and I don't like to shit on Dr. Umar because I feel like it's a hustle, but at the same time, like he believes this shit. He believes that building a school and having all these kids come to this school and pump them full of this Pan-African stuff, it would benefit black people. And it's okay to believe this shit. But at the same time, you can't be shitting on everybody else for taking a different route, because if he would not be judging Deion Sanders if Deion Sanders said, I want to donate some money and build a field and a field house at your imaginary school, and I want a head coach.
Well, no, but even that's the thing. As far as a lot of people have stuff to say about Deion, but like even before Deion got to the level that he's at now, when he was doing the prep school, Truth and all that type of stuff, like the schools, as far as like him having Fort Worth kids playing football on his teams and stuff, like a lot of the fields and stuff that the 405SD players and stuff play on, Deion helped get these fields built for 405SD.
Yeah.
Like these turf fields is put in, like Deion was part of all that.
Big fact.
In Fort Worth. Like none of that shit was happening without Deion. But that ain't anything that people talk about on that level, because like he's not the person that's gonna talk about, oh, I went and got this done and got this done. Like
I went and did that.
He just go and do it and just do it for the people that need it.
Well, let's talk about when Prime Prep was whooping everybody's ass, and these schools decided that they were gonna boycott playing Prime Prep, which left these kids without a home to play at because they wanted them to go to these other schools, which are PWI, R.n.s, with these independent school districts here in the DFW, so they can get some of that state of Texas money. Oh, like, man. Let's not talk about that. Where were you, Dr. Umar, when they was trying to blackball Deion for doing the right thing by these kids? Where were you?
I think he was just getting started doing his school promotion stuff, because that was a long time ago when Deion was in Fort Worth.
That's true.
Shador was
a kid.
Like he 21, like 20, 21 now.
You got the match.
Shakur was like 7, 8 years old at that point.
A lot of people don't remember what Deion did for his kid. When his kid got in trouble and put hands on their teacher and, got that little arrest.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, Deion told him, like, when you do something, son, there's a consequence behind it. I support you, but I don't support what you did. So guess what? Due to this consequence, due to what your actions, you're gonna have to face the consequence, son. I love you, but we're gonna have to get this shit together. And then he went to the mama and said, when this is all said and done, my son need to be with me. Because that's what black fathers do, Dr. Umar. That's what real black fathers do. That's what men do. Admirable men. He didn't try to use his clout to get his son out of trouble. He said, you gotta face that. You gotta own that, son.
Yeah.
You gotta own that. And when you're done, I got you. I take responsibility for that, because I should be here showing you how to walk like a man. Yeah. So I'm gonna go to your mama and say, this is what we're about to do. And look at him now. 2 college football players getting education, higher education, which is something that black men are not for on an everyday basis. And you criticizing this man. What the fuck is wrong with you? Where's your credentials? Where's your credentials? Dr. Selby ain't say shit about you. But anyway, bitches.
Got a comment. A couple people said, well, it's crazy how black men want other black men to fail.
Big fact.
Just select ones. It ain't everybody, but it's always 1 or 2 out there looking for us to fail.
It is that. Appreciate you for chiming in, tuning in, man. Appreciate you, bro.
I always want black men to succeed. That is my major goal. But before we talk about bitches, I wanna touch on something real quick. That's shot past and shot by. I'm lightening this off.
Oh man,
Jada Pinkett.
Oh.
Jada Pinkett Smith.
Throwback Thursday.
It's been a minute. Hey, it's been a minute since we've been over here.
It has been a while.
We might be here for a while.
Jada Pinkett Smith Shakur.
Shakur. God damn.
Shakur.
This boy put Shakur in there. Boy, you ain't shit, man.
I'm just being honest. I'm a huge Tupac fan. And Jada, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be the first to admit I did not read your book. It's not for me to read. So it's nothing against you. I'm glad you came out with a book. I actually do support you in a lot of ways. I think you're a phenomenal woman. But a couple of things. Number one, in a relationship, you still married to Will. And in any relationship, a man and a woman is to make each other feel secure. And that's how they have a successful relationship. I think your infatuation with Tupac, I think it's cancerous. I think it's toxic. You're talking about you were the love of Tupac's life. No, you weren't. Tupac had a woman. He was dating Quincy Jones's daughter, who he wanted to marry, who he was engaged to. You were out single doing your own thing, cheating, whatever the fuck you was doing. You could have got away from Will to be with Tupac. If Tupac really wanted you, he probably could have took you from Will Smith. Let's just be honest. Will Smith said himself he was intimidated by Tupac, and it was probably for those reasons because you didn't make Will feel secure when it came to your relationship with Tupac.
Damn, hold
So,
on.
oh yeah, I'm on it. So let's just be real about this shit. But Tupac had moved on from your toxic ass. And he went on to find him a woman that he was going to love, cherish, to submit to, and she was going to submit to him. She was his everything. She was the one with him before he passed away, and she has not said a single word about the love of her life. And here your ass was with a whole nother nigga, married, talking about this man who was engaged to somebody else. You know how disrespectful that shit is to Quincy Jones's daughter? First of all,
Not Will.
I'm
listening to all of it too. Yeah, I'm like,
getting there. You know how disrespectful that is to your husband, who in the end your kids end up seeing the bullshit that you put out, and in turn was disrespectful to your husband. How dare you allow your motherfucking daughter to tell your husband who birthed her, raised her, put food on the table, allowed her to cut her head bald, and gave her the career that she had? Because Jada, let's just be honest, you didn't pave the way for none of them niggas. He did. Yep. He paved the way for her to do music. He paved the way for her to act. He paved the way for her to model. Same thing with the boy.
Jada had no input.
No,
not as far as the music stuff, but like
She had to facilitate some of it.
I mean, like you're like her, like
her acting career is mid at best. His acting career is greatness.
I mean, of course, yeah, but she had no input, no impact on anything. Like it's
she had a superb performance and set it off.
Let me say this.
And Low Down Dirty Shame, yeah. She was a star.
And Tu Wong Fu.
Let me say this.
Was that the movie? Was that it? She won Tu Wong Fu?
I don't know.
What's the other shit she was in? Woo or some shit?
Woo.
That's what it is. I get them all confused.
Let's just call it what it is. She was a pretty face at the time. And that's it. Let's just be honest. She ain't the best actress in the world.
Nah.
But she ain't the worst either.
But like I said, she's mid. So with that being said, you allowed your daughter to tell this man that she wished Tupac was her father? And you were okay with that shit? That's the type of toxicity you allowed in your house to disrespect your husband.
Wait. What?
Oh yeah, Willow said that she wished Tupac was her father.
She said that to who?
To everybody, to the world.
What?
So
your daddy, Will fucking Smith.
The man. But that comes from...
No, at one point he was the highest paid black actor on this planet.
Yeah.
That comes from a mother.
What is better than fucking Will Smith? The fucking Fresh Prince.
According to Jada,
Willow?
Tupac. Or maybe August Alsina.
He did.
Damn it, man. It's been that we ain't even touched on the entanglement either.
I think we
talked about that. Okay, hold on. It's been a minute.
Before.
Okay.
But I guess it's just I'm baffled by that. But also, you will never be better than the teenage lover. You know what I mean? Like that motherfucker that loved your girl in high school, whether they broke up or not, you'll never don't try to compete with a ghost.
Why?
Because you're competing with a ghost.
I mean, like in the sense because of Tupac, like right now, yeah. But I mean, as far as I'm talking about, like the teenage lover type thing, like why is that like?
Okay, it was a bad analogy, but like you're competing with a ghost. You know what I mean? Like nobody remembers him in a bad light. You know what I mean? Tupac is the ghost.
Not dating wise.
Tupac shot a cop. You know.
Yeah.
Tupac got shot and then went to the hospital, got back out. He was cool. You know, like everybody remembers Tupac like he was rap god.
Let's take it a step further. She said, she put out the little pictures of her coming to visit Tupac in prison, and that's where he confessed and professed his love for her. My thing is, when Tupac got out of prison, who did he go stay with? Jasmine Guy. When Tupac was shot and put in the hospital after he got shot at the Biggie studio, who did he go stay with when he was in his paranormal? Jasmine Guy. Not Jada Pinkett.
Yeah.
Jasmine Guy. So if he had professed all this love for you, how is it that in all of his stressful situations, He didn't run to Jada Pinkett
No.
Smith Shakur. He ran to other people that weren't you. And let's just be clear. I've read a lot of things about Tupac, seen a lot of documentaries about Tupac, and honestly, when he spoke about you, it was just mainly about your friendship. We had a very good friendship as kids. It seems like he moved on and you never did.
You never did.
I mean, we would never know the extent of anything from way back then because, like you said, that's all he spoke on, just the friendship. We don't know what it could have been.
And there was no social media, so it ain't like we can
Exactly.
backtrack to his Twitter page.
Yeah, like and see like some old recordings and like that was he died. The man died in '96.
That's true. That's
When
very
nobody
much so.
walking around with handheld
That-
cameras
that's
like
very
that
much
back
so.
then.
Well,
They
he
could be
did
on the
though.
phone daily.
What he did? What?
The handheld camera. That's what got him in trouble.
I mean, a little like, but for so much, but it wasn't recording like how this phone be recording
no, that's
for.
factual. That's factual.
It's totally different times, but we never know the details of their friendship from back then and all that type of stuff
But
too.
my biggest thing is that's the thing. Move on.
Yeah.
Like like for you to be so close to him, Mr. Finish Shakur never mentioned you one time.
Right.
Not one time.
His
But I
mama
mean,
never
it's
talked about you.
it's the public that keeps the mystique or the persona of Tupac alive and well and relevant because
He was loved.
I mean he was loved, but like it's been almost 30 years since the man been gone.
Allegedly.
And well,
That nigga laid up in Puerto Rico right now.
but I'm just saying like it feels like he never left this for like because he never stopped being talked about
No,
since
that's
he
facts.
passed.
Right.
That's facts. But she just keeps bringing it up, and I'm like, exit this loop. You have a whole husband at home. And that brings me to my next point. You wrote in this book about the night he slapped Chris Rock, how you were just embarrassed. And Jada, what did you think was going to happen when you sat there and he saw the look on your face when Chris Rock told the G.I. Jane joke about you? And then you revealed that afterwards, Chris Rock jumped in your inbox.
And then I just saw like a couple days ago that she like on a picture like dressed like G.I. Jane.
Like G.I. Jane.
Fucking clown.
Why are you throwing this man who has done nothing but defend you? The whole August Alsina shit, he defended you.
He was a fool.
Goddamn fool.
More than the fool. But that was his wife.
And then they come out early this year that they've been separated and divorced since 2016.
According to her.
Did Will co-sign that statement?
According to her. Because even after the book came out, you know what Will did? I support my wife. That's my wife. That's my best friend. I support her book. Go buy it, and that's the end of
But
it.
see, that smells like a hustle to me.
Does it?
Oh,
That's
for them, like collectively, or
Yes, that smells like a hustle to me.
or Will just being the PR Will that he is, like. Oh yeah,
Ladies
Moody
and
Cuz.
boys and girls,
Moody
cheers to
Cuz,
my
what it
ages.
do? Yeah.
When we told him it was back,
Moody motherfucking Chango.
it was
What's
back.
up,
You know
bro?
what I'm talking about?
Ladies and gentlemen, before we continue on, introduce us to the panel, Mr. Moody Chango! Moody Cuz.
Hey, did he get me set up with the mic? Boy?
I think everything is a
I
go.
think it's already
Mike is hot, baby.
All right, what's good, everybody? I'm back.
So we
Yeah.
talking about Jada Pinkett Smith Shakur
This nigga Moody here, y'all.
and
Man.
her toxicity that she's been spreading amongst her family. You know, I have an issue with Jada because of everything she has going on. You know, we're talking about the shit that's going on with Chris Rock. Like I'm like Will Smith. Together or not, I'm not gonna let you play with my wife.
Yeah.
But she allowing motherfuckers to play with her husband. I don't understand that. Where's that energy?
Well, I think it's to me it's more like Will allowing it because I mean like because he know who she is.
Yeah.
True.
Like he dealt with her on way different dynamic or viewpoints that we've seen on a way personal level since 1994, 95, whenever they got together, got married, all that type of stuff. But he continues to, like I say, take the high road and
That's true.
not air out his wife or this and that, but he still supporting whatever she's putting forward for her to like still, I guess, have her own career, have her own whatever. Because I don't. But he's allowing the shit in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like it's only so much a person can take before you be like, all right, man, fuck it.
Yeah, because it's gonna come a point in time. I feel like, Will, I'm gonna give you some advice, bro. Smash her mama.
Dang, that's
Man,
messed up.
come on, man.
Have you seen her mama?
I have.
No, she the
Mama look
prize.
good.
Mama fine.
Mama look
She the
good.
prize. She's sick. She the prize.
But like, come on, man.
She ain't got alopecia.
Mama fine.
This guy.
This nigga here.
This boy ain't shit.
Ah, dang.
She ain't got alopecia.
But we can
Boy,
sit here and
shit.
talk about it, but and can be offended by it. But it all boils down to Will.
Yeah, it's his choice.
If he running around supporting this shit, because personally, like my wife couldn't write a book about her exes and shit, imaginary exes and shit, and then run around the country promoting that shit, like you are a reflection
yeah,
Of me, yeah.
of our
of me.
relationship.
You running around and shit talking about X, Y, and Z, and then I'm not finna pull up to no book signing, go to interviews and be like, yeah, buy my wife book. Like, no.
I just want to
Nah,
say
You're
this.
not
No,
gonna
I
talk
don't
crazy
support
about
that.
me
It's,
like this.
it's two things that she got to understand. And Jade, I'm about to reality check you. You a fine woman. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'd be lying if I say you wasn't fine. But it ain't no upgrade to Will Smith. And number two, it's a lot of bitches that want Will Smith.
Waiting, bro.
They want him.
They in the bushes.
It's Will fucking Smith.
They
You
salivate.
think he ain't had some of them?
Probably.
Especially in the last 7 years.
No August Alsina shit.
Especially in the last 7 years.
Not yet.
You know how many women jumped in this inbox
We just
after
don't know.
August Alsina?
Huh?
You know how many women jumped in this inbox after they found out about August Alsina?
No, you know how many people like that's been living in his inbox for the last 30 years
That's
since
true.
like social media probably
That's true.
started like
That's
existed.
true.
Like he ain't missing that for sure.
His Instagram got to be popping.
He ain't missing that for sure.
He getting his dick sucked from the back right now.
Whoa.
Pause.
That shit uncomfortable, nigga.
Only king, man. Only
Hey,
king.
I'm just saying, man. Like, look. Got my nigga Tupac on the screen right now. He overseeing this shit. He agree with this shit. Tupac said, "When hoes get horny, niggas die." And this nigga dead.
That's the truth.
And this motherfucker been horny for over 30 years. Like, let this man go. This is her problem. If she put the energy that she putting in on Tupac into her husband, this wouldn't be an issue. It wouldn't be an issue. Why? If she put the energy that she putting into Tupac into her husband, this wouldn't be an issue.
Because it's a hustle.
Is it?
She don't have no acting
I don't know
career.
too many men that'll come out and say, "Man,
She
I ain't
wanna
gonna
bring
lie.
some money into the
When it
household.
comes
I
to
mean, it's
Tupac,
all
he
red
may be
table
feeling
talk,
insecure.
the book,
Yeah.
what other kind of scandals and stuff that she come up with
listen,
as far as
the
like
Smith household
controversy.
is jumping, bro. Motherfuckers want to know what's
In a-
going on
in a
in the
crazy
Smith
way.
household.
Hey, it's getting both of them paid.
Yeah, the public is salivating at the idea of Jada and Will and them two weird ass kids and the mama and Tupac. Like, they're salivating, waiting for the next thing to come out. And she knows this. Hollywood ain't calling her.
No,
Hollywood stay on the phone with Will.
Why would they?
Exactly.
She mid.
I mean, but
Hollywood's-
controversy sells.
Yes, it does.
She's Gabrielle Union. She was Gabrielle Union before Gabrielle Union was Gabrielle Union.
She was pretty placeholder.
Yeah, I can't
That's it.
speak
A
on
pretty
that.
placeholder.
That's it. Like,
Yeah,
what
right,
roles
yeah,
have Jada Pickett played where you was like, damn, she did that shit?
Jason's lyric.
She
Okay.
did. She played a good role there.
Okay.
I was joking
I
about
gotta
the
be
other
there.
one.
Actually
I
haven't
was
seen
joking
that
about
one
the
yet.
other one, but Jason's lyric.
that's-
she
did
did
her
well.
motherfucking
That's actually
thing.
her thing. But did she do her thing or did my man's
Like no, I
Alan
think,
Payne
I think
do
the whole
his
movie.
thing?
I think the whole
it was
movie
a
was
cold
good.
story though, and I think that the story carried the acting.
Because honestly,
but she still
Alan
did her
Payne
thing.
and Bukeem
Woodbine,
Woodbine,
yeah.
they did their thing.
Yeah.
But they always do that.
Tretch,
Yes.
I mean, Tretch technically he played himself, but
Yeah.
How you want me to do this? Just do you, bet. You know what I mean?
say that nigga Pepper said Will Smith asked her out on a date. They went on a date and she said on that date, Salt told him like, hey, you know she dating Tretch, right? He said that nigga kill me. She was like, yeah, he will. Believe that.
Yeah.
You don't see Will Smith running around talking about, man, I was in love with Pepper Life. No, the fuck,
Nah.
the fuck.
But
But it's
she-
Will fucking Smith.
But she did admit that she fumbled that.
Of course, because it's Will Smith.
Because it's Will fucking Smith.
She chose.
Pepper admitted that?
Yeah.
No disrespect to you, Tretch, because you Tretch. But she downgraded.
Yeah.
It's a fucking downgrade.
Because it's
I don't
Will
even know
fucking
who
She
Smith.
wanted to be down with
Salt
OPP.
and pepper.
He young.
Yeah, I know Salt and Pepper, but
Pepper out the group was dating
okay.
like
Okay.
like Tresh from Naughty by Nature,
okay. Now I'm
but she had a chance to.
He's
to talk
probably a
to-
killer.
To date Will Smith.
Ain't no problem.
She
He
stayed with
got a
Trent.
couple bodies.
Allegedly.
He was sticky motherfuckers. Say.
I ain't trying to. You know, Brandon said it's a 50-50 thing. He trying to protect his asset. Will ain't worried about no money, man. Listen, when these niggas get rich like this and you got that much money, bro, what's 50-50? Like, he don't give a fuck because his kids are there. They got a big ass house. They got they dream house. She ain't going nowhere. Yeah. So money ain't the issue.
It's cheaper to keep her though.
It is cheaper to keep her, but it's still Will Smith. Like,
But
he's
if-
about to
but-
do another I Am Legend.
But
Like,
if,
that's money.
but if he divorces, like then she gets half.
Maybe. Or maybe he settles. Maybe he says, I cut
It's
you
gonna be a
check
big
$300
ass
million.
settlement
Shit.
But I mean, what?
for 20-something years, 20+ years of marriage,
That's cool.
and depending on his income, like
but
for the
you
most
gotta-
part, like
you gotta also think about it like this: she walks out with half of his check,
Okay.
right? And then she goes, writes another book, does another table talk.
Okay.
Blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
Now she's making half his plus whatever she's making. You know what I'm saying? And everyone's gonna go to her on what she's doing,
Moody, cuz I'm gonna let you in
and
on
she's
something.
gonna make
If-
more than what he's making
if she
off of I Am
if
Legend.
she
bullshit.
if
She'll
she
never-
if she
Shit.
fumbles Will Smith, America will turn on her.
I agree.
only
No.
for
I'm gonna let you know
what?
right now.
They gonna turn on her for what?
The only reason why the black people are
know.
sticking by her is because Will is sticking by her.
Man,
See, you-
no.
you-
No.
It's
Have you
Will.
heard these women out here supporting this woman?
Man.
'Cause
Come on,
bitches.
man. Exactly. And who is the main audience for entertainment?
It's Will Smith.
Women.
Women.
Black women. more
Who do
specific.
black women support more than anything? It's two people in this world that black women hold on a pedestal: LeBron James
When?
and Will Smith.
Oh, you talking about men? I was going
Yes.
to say Oprah.
Oh, I was about to
but
say.
No, LeBron James
And Michelle
and
Obama.
Will Smith.
You should say out of men.
They hold these two men on a pedestal. So if
LeBron
Will
James,
ain't do
Smith,
Jada dirty,
No Michael Jordan, no Denzel.
Michael
Nah,
Jordan a
they
cheater.
don't
He,
fuck with Michael
and,
Jordan.
and listen, Michael Jordan not only did he cheat, but he white women. Black women don't like that.
too much pork on your plate. Get
Man.
some of them pork chops off your
Black
plate.
women don't like that. You know,
You know what I'm talking
if it had been anybody, you know, in case support, black women ain't supporting that. But Will, they gonna stand behind that man
Why?
because he stood behind his woman and his family. If it's a divorce, they know Jada did it. She wanted to divorce. They know Jada
But
fucked
the
August
sucker.
Alsina.
But Jada
They know
sucker.
Jada talked about Tupac.
But Jada would never leave, like really leave, sign paperwork and say, I'm packing my
She's
shit.
not gonna
and
do
get-"
that.
Hell no.
Hell
She
no.
don't-
It's not beneficial.
But
It's
I mean,
not.
but no,
When you
it
lose
is
Will
beneficial.
Smith-
She gonna get half.
Well, but when you lose Will Smith, you lose Will Smith's privilege.
She got half. She don't give a damn about the privilege no more.
She might.
Man,
She might. That's a hell of a lot of privilege.
That's a hell of a lot of privilege.
Because she ain't been in no movies, but she can go to any red carpet she wants to only because.
look, if she
she's
get
Will Smith's
half,
wife.
she don't got to do another bitch ass thing for the rest of her life.
Is she? You think she gonna crawl into a hole?
She can.
She
not
can,
that
but
person.
she's not
She's
going
not
to.
that
But
tight.
if, but
She's
if
small
she,
woman.
but if she does, it's gonna be more controversial that she gonna make money from. She already got half.
Yeah, but she make a shit ton of money right now by,
Yeah.
by all the controversy she's throwing out there.
Yeah, but she's not. She don't have the half because they still married.
But that's the thing. The controversy
the
is
hoe.
not about the money. It's about the attention.
Yeah.
She gonna do that anyway.
She's an attention seeker.
She gonna do that anyway.
Yeah.
Because before
And that's
all
why
this,
she gonna feed off of it.
Especially
Look.
with social media now. Like before social media, like she was more like laid back, ducked off, like chill. We didn't hear about none of the crazy shit
Hell no.
until like social media really became like a big business over the last 10, 12 years.
check this out. She wasn't popping, then G.I. Jane happened. Right? Will Smith slapped Chris Rock. She back in the limelight.
No, I was
When, even when Chris Rock said that joke, Will Smith was laughing at the damn
Until
joke.
he saw her face.
Yeah.
Sucker shit.
So the next thing was Will Smith said, you know what? I'm
That's
not
why I
gonna
say he allowing this shit.
I'm
Sucker
not gonna
shit.
address none of this shit. He let it go. She wasn't popping no more. Let's bring up Tupac. Let's bring out a book. Now she back popping again. But look at it now. She's dying down again now. Something else is gonna happen because she loves that attention.
She's
She's doing what Aisha Curry wish she had the courage to do.
Man, stop.
I ain't
Hey,
know nothing about that part.
leave Steph out of it. Leave Steph out of it, bro.
I'm not talking about Steph.
Hey,
You know Aisha Curry was foul.
leave the light skinned savior out of it.
She was foul.
That's the light skinned savior. You gotta leave him out of it.
I'm just being honest though, man. It's one of those things where it's like, baby, you got it all. You at the pinnacle. You got Will Smith.
And that's the thing. Like,
Why you not happy?
if Will Smith whip his dick out on the corner out here,
It's gonna get sucked.
somebody gonna suck that motherfucker.
Whoa.
Pause.
Y'all gotta relax, man.
No, I mean like he
we
popping
all
like
close to
Will
R.n.s.
Smith popping like that. Like he ain't hurting for no pussy. He ain't hurting for no attention.
No.
He ain't hurting for no money. It's like he is what our wives wish we were. Like that's Will fucking Smith.
Like,
and you
But your wife don't want you to be the sucker that he is.
oh hell no. She my wife run me out the house.
Okay.
The truth of the matter
Get
is
your
this.
bitch ass up.
The truth of the matter is when it comes to Will Smith, you know how they always send the memes or they do these little posts saying, if your life was a movie title, what will it be? Well, Will Smith's life and Will Smith as a person has already made that movie title. I am legend. That's it. Will Smith is a legend. Hands down. You don't fumble legends. For a legend is dead.
I mean, it happens.
It's
For a
happened.
ghost.
It's happened.
It happens, man.
Speaking of Ghost, I've been waiting on this for 20 plus years.
What?
I've been waiting on this 20 plus years, ladies and gentlemen. I'm about to say some shit that you motherfuckers may not like, you motherfuckers may like,
Oh shit.
but let's just get into it. Mr. I like it up the ass and like men sleeping in my bed with me. I had a 14-year-old kid laying in bed with me. I want to beat bitches and cause bitches and blow up niggas' cars over bitches. Diddy.
Oh, boy, I didn't know where the fuck you was going with this shit.
I did. As soon as he said, yeah.
Mr. Diddy.
That nigga freaky.
Damn it, man.
Where do I start? I know where to start. Let's take it back a little bit.
And Diddy, man.
That nigga freaky.
Stay away from this bitch.
Look, and what's crazy, like he put out a fire album this year too. That
did.
album
That-
jammed
that
like some
Love
mother.
album?
That,
Yes.
that album
I ain't
jammed.
heard
it.
Man, that motherfucker rolled.
That nigga freaky.
Let's take it back.
Hey, he like what
It
he
ain't a
like.
freak. I'm finna tell y'all a story. And I want y'all to think about this. On record, FBI files have a recording of someone named Keefe D who just got released from jail
I was
because
just about to
this
mention
is-
he backed away from a statement that saying
Yeah,
that his
it was
nephew
just
shot Tupac and
entertainment.
he was in the car.
Okay.
The FBI statement, Keefe D said that he was paid $2 million by Puffy himself. He took the phone call himself from Puffy and put a $2 million hit out on Tupac Shakur.
Did he keep the receipt?
Puffy is a New York nigga. Let's just be clear about something. Tupac hung out with Suge Knights, and Suge Knights affiliates were Bloods in California. Diddy had the wherewithal to reach out to the Crips in California to put this hit out. Now, in this interview, Keefe D did say that Puffy called him to hey, y'all can keep the money. I don't want to do the hit no more, right? That's perfectly fine. Cool. You grill conscious, whatever you want to say, that's fine. Of course, Diddy denied this, but it's on the FBI files. And then you fast forward maybe a year or two later, you know, Tupac gets into it with Orlando Anderson in Las Vegas, and the rest is history. Orlando Anderson take his ass out. You can say that was divine intervention. You can say they was carrying out the hit. Whatever you want to say, it happened, it happened. Here's the thing. 1 year, maybe was it a year or a couple of months after that, Biggie Smalls ended up getting killed in California. Now, here's an interesting fact. Biggie Smalls was signed to Bad Boy. At the time, Bad Boy had two artists. They had three artists. They had Mace, who was a mentee of Biggie Smalls. They had Craig Mack, who was signed to Bad Boy, who had already released the album and was one and done. Flavor in Year, that was it. That was the end of the Flavor. So you then have up under him Faith Evans, who was Biggie Smalls' wife. You had Junior Mafia, who was signed to Biggie Smalls, which included Little Kim, Biggie Smalls' artist, Lil C's, Biggie Smalls' artist. They convinced the Locks, who were out of Bronx, to come over, also affiliated with Biggie Smalls. Biggie Smalls had begun to develop a relationship with Jermaine Dupri. he had done a couple of productions with Jermaine Dupri for the Bratz album, and they were working on some other stuff because Biggie Smalls was ready to separate from Bad Boy and do his own thing.
You don't know that for sure.
Oh, but I do. Because who confirmed this? None other than Jermaine Dupri. See, Jermaine Dupri also confirmed that night, him and Biggie were actually in L.A. and they were going to celebrate together. Jermaine Dupri was actually going to get in the car with Biggie, but it wasn't enough room because he had the other niggas in Junior Mafia with him. Diddy rode in a separate car, and normally he rides in the car with Biggie. So here's the deal.
You think he got Biggie killed?
Hold on. At this time,
heard this.
Tupac Shakur was
You got
deceased.
Tupac and Biggie killed?
Tupac Shakur was deceased.
That nigga fool if he did.
No, just listen. Tupac Shakur was deceased, and he saw how many records, how many songs, how many platinum albums, and how much money Death Row was making on Tupac Shakur while Shakur was dead, right? So Biggie Smalls had just recorded his last album because he signed a three album deal, which was a double disc. Life After Death. He was ready to go. This was it. I'm done. I'm gonna do my own thing. When Biggie Smalls was leaving Bad Boy, everyone was going with him. You got to remember
that was the second album, though, right?
Yeah. Life After Death was the second album.
Yeah.
Double disc. So check this out. When he leaves, you lose everybody. Oh, that also includes, I forgot 112. Because 112 also was under development and tutelage of Biggie Smalls. So if Biggie Smalls left, that was the end of Bad Boy. You were left with Craig Mack.
You don't think 112 was
No.
Because no, Diddy already had like an R&B influence too. Like you had Total.
Yeah. These were all fucking with Biggie Smalls.
But you think that Biggie didn't discover all them?
No, Biggie was a songwriter. So when they came in, of course they gravitated to Biggie. Hey man, you got to do this. You should do that. And then he had his wife.
Biggie was on too, so everybody wanted Biggie to do everything.
Exactly. So when he left, it was gonna be a major pool of him pulling all these artists with him, right? Puffy wasn't gonna allow that.
Hell no.
So he begged Biggie to go to L.A. Biggie did not want to go to L.A. because tensions was still high between him and these L.A. West Coast niggas.
East Coast, West Coast.
He begged him, nah, bro, we got to go get this bag. Ain't nothing going to happen to you. Remember, Vanetta Wallace said her conversation with her son was very cryptic, like, hey, mom, man, I'm out here in California. Hey, be careful. I'm going to come home, I promise you. Last thing Biggie Smalls did was call Faith, reconcile. I'm coming home. I'm going to get on the plane in the morning, and I'm going to be back home. He was supposed to leave the very next night after they went to the award show. He was supposed to get on the plane and jet out. Puffy begged him to go to the after party. All of a sudden, Biggie gets killed. Now, what do you get immediately after Biggie's death? Puff Daddy and the family.
Everybody.
With everybody. Junior Mafia, The Lox, 112, Faith, Lil' Kim, and Puffy rapping Biggie verses.
Hey, but that album was
jammed
like a
jam.
whole.
I ain't gonna front.
Hey, I still play that victory song like to this day.
1, 2. With Puffy rapping Biggie's verse.
Yo, the sun don't shine forever.
So
man.
as long as we clean, we might as well shine together.
Better now than never.
Business before pleasure. P. Diddy and the fam. Who you know do
Come
it
on,
better.
man. Diddy still gave us some
But
shit though.
he did. But that Biggie wrote that.
Okay, still. Okay.
But here's the thing.
Okay, cool.
He benefited from that because with Biggie gone now, I can sign all y'all back to Bad Boy. But one thing everybody didn't notice was on that same album, Biggie, because Puffy has this thing about recording in the studio. He records conversations. And he recorded a conversation between Biggie and Mace. And if you listen closely, you can hear Biggie talking to Mace. And at the end of that conversation, said, not everybody gonna love you, Mace. Mace only recorded one album with Bad Boy.
That whole was fire too.
And he was Bad
That was my
Boy's
shit sophomore year. That was my shit, man.
Think about how huge Mace was.
Yeah, because he was everywhere.
Guess
but
what?
but he was
Mace
right. He was right
Bad
after.
Boy
He was
Mace
right after Biggie though.
Got a lot of girls that love to.
But it's like Mace's introduction was like the more money, more problems.
Yeah,
He came in on Biggie like
he did
that was
because
a
that was
fight.
his mentor.
That was a fire track
But that's
though,
the
man.
thing. Why would Mace walk away from Puffy? What would cause a man to walk away from millions of dollars
The business.
and say, nah, it wasn't
Puffy.
the business, it was Puffy? What will cause Loon, remember Loon?
Yeah.
Another Harlem nigga. What will cause Loon to walk away because Loon.
There was a lot of people that
at
walked
the
away
Mace.
from
He
Puff.
put Loon on
Oh,
one
yeah,
album.
plenty of
I
people.
don't know did Loon put an actual solo album out?
One album.
Okay, I ain't never listened to it.
G-Dep, one album.
Yeah, special delivery.
Shine, one album. Shine, Loon, Mace, left Diddy, went to Religion, and said, fuck them.
Shine went to jail.
Well, for who? Who he take the charge for?
Take that.
What did Diddy do for Shine after that? Shine got deported.
Yeah, he didn't do shit.
Damn.
He
And
washed his hands.
he like a prime
washed
minister
his
or like a
fucking
priest
hands.
or something like in whatever country he from, like
Something like that. And he
Yeah.
a politician now.
like a high
He's
high
about-
rank.
Yeah, he doing this thing. He look like Barack right now.
Prime minister type thing. Or something.
So I said all that to say because I wanted to establish the grimy ass nigga that is Diddy. You have all these major artists that you signed up under you, and all of them are complaining about money and royalties. And remember, he got blasted by the Locks. You know what I'm saying? He got blasted by Mace. He got blasted by B5. He got blasted by all these
The
artists.
little white girls, the little singing group.
Oh, Danny
the little white
DeCane.
girl, Danny DeCane.
Day
One of-
26.
Yeah, Danny
There was other
DeCane.
couple
One of
white
them
girls
said
too.
that.
Audrey Day.
Yeah, said
Yeah.
he was gonna give them their publishing.
Yeah.
But in that contract said that they can no longer say anything crazy
About him. Yeah. Big
Yeah.
fact.
It's like I can't talk shit about you to get my publishing that you should have gave me 15 years ago.
Big fact. This is the type of nigga we dealing with. So when the shit came out about, hold on, let me go back even further.
damn, it's more.
MCA days. I want to do shout out to the former king of the light skins. His name, you should Google him because he used to be y'all leader.
Oh shit.
His name is Al B. Sure. Al B. Sure.
Fuck is y'all's leader?
Al B. Sure was in love with this girl named Kim Porter. Al B. Sure was signed up under Diddy and MCA and L.A. Reid. Kim Porter used to work for the company as well. Al B. Sure loved her so much, he had a baby with her. And he wrote a song about it for this group that everybody knows who was also up under MCA named Jodeci. The song starts off by saying, so you having my baby, and it means so much to me. He was in love with this woman.
Into Diddy.
They had the baby. He finds out that during the tenure of him being in love with this woman, that his friend, his manager, his executive was piping down his woman to a point to where he said, fuck you. You and that nigga raised that baby. You know what he did? And granted, you know, it was a bitch move. You know, you had a kid, you need to raise your kid. But Diddy took his kid on and raised his kid. And he continued to, on and off, it ain't even a relationship. He continued to may she rest in peace. He continued to have sex with this woman and never marry her and have kids by her. And then one day she mysteriously died. If you read the autopsy report, they really don't know why she died. They said it was foul play at first, and then came back and said, well, nah, everything's okay.
Why are we acting like this nigga is a supervillain? Like he Lex Luthor or something.
Because it's a
it's
pattern of concern.
He's the reverse Batman.
I will say it's probably just. I mean, people just ain't learned about as far as like on the music. I can't speak on other stuff, but as far as on the music side, it's like as far as like the bad business that he's done with, or the bad history he has with past artists and stuff. Like
It's pretty bad.
He's just a music politician.
No, he's
Right
worse
on.
than that.
He's a music
right on.
politician.
I think
That's
I think
perfectly said.
he's a vulture pose. He's always been a vulture posing.
I think he's a salesman. That's
He's
all it
he's
is.
a businessman. He's
I've
awesome.
always
salesman.
said he's one of the most dangerous people in the world because he
But-
puts up a persona like, oh, I'll never do anything like that. I'm about love.
But if you
brother love.
but if you think about the grand scheme of it, he ain't doing anything different than what the white man do to people on a daily.
Yeah,
I gotta
because it's
dis-
just business.
I gotta
it's
disagree.
America. It's a capitalistic society, or like the whole thing is money. Like Diddy trying to make money.
And contract.
Aha.
That's it.
Yeah, buying
if I
the
can put it in a
contract.
contract and you sign it, it's
Yeah,
That's what it is.
You
Good to
fucked
go.
over.
Here's the thing.
If you don't read all the fine details, get your
That's on
lawyer,
you.
and I'm like, yeah, you fucked over.
But Cassie didn't sign the contract saying he could whoop her ass.
How do we know he whooped her ass?
He gave her $30 million.
That was to shut her
to
up.
be quiet and not tell the truth.
That was just
like
to
I
shut
So
her
what?
up.
What about the
He's a
incident?
music politician.
What about the incident she highlighted with Kid Cudi about? She found out her and Kid Cudi was dating, and he called her and Kid Cudi and was like, "I killed that nigga. I'm gonna blow y'all bitch asses up in this car." And then the next morning, Kid Cudi started his car and his car blew up.
Where you get all this inside? You deeper than TMZ.
So Cassie's records, you know, when she came out with all this stuff was detailed and put out, which is why he closed it. Listen, normally
When the hell did Kid Cudi's car blow up?
when somebody sues you for shit like this, it normally doesn't close out within a day or two. It was 2 days before he settled that shit and got this shit out the way. But Kid Cudi confirmed that story. They also confirmed him hanging Wale over the balcony like he Big Red and Wale didn't know what the office hours were.
My office hours.
I ain't buying that shit either. Like,
Oh, that
that's-
happened.
A lot of stuff was like
Did
he
Wale
say,
confirm it?
It just be he say, she say type
Is
shit,
it?
man. That's why I stay in my own little bubble. I don't be paying attention to all that.
Have
type
you
of
heard
bullshit.
Mace's new comments about Diddy?
No.
About-
I heard a freestyle that he put out.
And what did you catch from that freestyle?
I didn't listen to it that much, but go ahead. You gonna elaborate on
he,
that?
he put the business out there about how he didn't capitalize off success. He capitalized off of murder. Verbatim. That's what he said. He talked about on the show on Mason Cameron show. Shout out to their podcast. 'Cause that shit's fire.
That shit
How
entertaining.
Cameron said that he had went to Mace to see Mace one night, and when he pulled up in the joint, they went up to Diddy's penthouse. He said he asked could he use the restroom. He said, yeah, go ahead. When he walked into the restroom, he saw 2 dildos in there.
That's for the ladies.
Now listen, he came out and Cameron said, I'm not making this shit up. It's on YouTube and Google and on the podcast.
To a man's house.
About dildos in the bathroom.
Come on, bro.
He came out and asked Mace, yo, what the fuck is this about?
I mean, they do be saying all kind of
And you know what Mace
other
said?
shit about Diddy, man. So I don't know.
And I'm gonna try to say it in my Mace voice. Nah, man, that's old dude shit.
Hell no.
That nigga freaky.
He asked him,
Say,
what are you gonna do with this, man? I don't know, man. You know, I got bitches in here, so this is the type of nigga Diddy is. He been a grimy nigga.
just because he like booty shit don't mean he.
He been a grimy nigga.
Hip politician.
What?
He been whooping ass. He been having niggas killed. He been fucking niggas on contract. He's
He
a
been
thug.
fucking niggas. Yeah.
He's a thug.
Whoa.
He's a
Whoa.
thug. I mean,
Pause.
Moody Cuz, since you said it,
Pause.
since it's a throwback, why you fucking them niggas?
Hell yeah.
Man.
Wasn't there a story of him in Brazil or some shit and was with some trannies or something?
I don't know about this.
I know there's a story about him trying to take 50 Cent shopping.
What?
Yeah.
That's why 50
heard,
Cent don't
I heard
fuck with
about
Diddy.
that on I think I saw that on Breakfast Club.
Yes. He said that,
Yeah,
you know,
that
Diddy,
Charlamagne them asked him about that.
Diddy was like trying to make amends and shit. And he was like, yeah, man, you know, so I think you dope. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, why don't we go to the mall and do some shopping? And he was like, yeah, that sound cool. You know, he was like, yeah, you know, I'll pay for it, of course. And 50 was like, what?
See,
Nah, man, you not finna do that.
see, niggas, we've established the niggas weird, right?
Very.
Niggas very weird. But it's too much, bro. Something gotta be fake.
Something gotta
has
be
to
fake.
But what?
Something might be fake, but might not be a lot. That's
I think
fake.
the fakeness is the persona he puts out.
What persona?
That he's
The
that-
brother love for something.
Yes.
Like
Oh.
he want to spread love.
I ain't
and
got
all
no
that
issues
shit.
with my artists. Everybody got paid. Why everybody ain't got money then? Why everybody coming to you trying to get their contract, trying to get their funds?
They got
Well,
paid something.
Well, it's just now that it's just.
He ain't lie about that.
But
Somebody got paid
it's just
something.
how the music game is now, as opposed to what it was back then. Like now, how artists get paid, like they get paid off of like touring and concerts and stuff. Like streams and shit ain't
360s.
really getting paid. Like
But
paid
he ain't
like
had
that.
no 360 deals back then.
Not back then, but like these people saying they ain't getting paid because they don't got their publishing, their masters and stuff. Like, but in all them contracts, or a lot of them contracts with record companies back then, you get your publishing and stuff after about 20 or 30 years of your song or whatever being in rotation. Then
So
you got the option for them to buy back your publishing or some shit like that.
shout out to the Breakfast Club. Fuck DJ Envy.
The fuck?
You got
Hold on. Say that again.
shout out to the Breakfast Club. Fuck DJ Envy.
Damn, what Envy do to you?
I will get in that in a minute.
Damn.
We've been gone a long time.
You got the locks right on the Breakfast Club, and they were talking about like, hey, you know, Diddy owes us money. I want my motherfucking money. So Charlamagne being who Charlamagne is, they call Diddy on the phone. We got Diddy on the phone, and the conversation when they start getting in Diddy ass and start speaking on facts, it became just come see me. I'll cut the check today. Just come see me.
I remember that. Yeah.
But you say you ain't owe nobody no money, but now all of a sudden you want to cut the check. Now you know how much money is owed. Now you called out in the public.
How long ago was this?
This was probably like 5-6 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck DJ Envy. But this is the type of nigga we dealing with.
So
This is Diddy.
Did he ever cut the checks?
Yeah, because the thing about the locks is, just like us, they some registered nurses. For all you don't know, that stands for real niggas.
Yeah.
They some R.n.s. They some real niggas. So
They draw blood.
Yeah, it was, you gonna cut the check and you gonna get your ass whooped. And Diddy, let me say this, because May said it too. He said, quit claiming the hood, it ain't yours, nigga. You from Midwest or some shit. Like, why are you claiming New York, my nigga? You think you surrounding yourself with all these New York niggas, they gonna protect you.
Well, he not from New York?
No, not at all.
He ain't like even born in the state of New York.
No. And I'm gonna drop a bomb real quick. I'm gonna drop a bomb.
You dropped a bomb.
I'm gonna drop an exclusive. Some of y'all may know, some of y'all don't know. Diddy's family is actually from Oklahoma. And Diddy actually has a half brother named Red that stays here in the DFW.
Come on, let's go find him.
Diddy came to come see his family one time, his nieces and nephews, and deuced the fuck out. Never seen heard from him again. If you let Diddy speak, Diddy ain't got no siblings. But that's not the truth.
That's his prerogative.
This is how Diddy
Did you
operates.
say half, brother?
Half.
Okay.
Don't come seek me out if you don't want no relationship with me.
I mean, if it's his half brother, he might feel like that's not his brother.
Well, DNA says differently.
I mean,
But this is the type of nigga we dealing with. In other words, his lineage ain't got shit to do with New York. You weren't born in New York. You're not a New Yorker. You talking about you the king of New York. No, you're not, nigga. You's a poser. Jay-Z's from New York. Mason's from New York. Cameron's from New York. Biggie was from New York. That's like me saying I'm from Stop 6. No, I'm not. I'm from Poly. It's all on the east side, but I'm from a different place. You from a whole nother state telling me you the king of New York. How? That's like motherfucking me. If Pimp C was here and he heard T.I. say he the king of the South, he gonna say, don't you got to change your time zone when you get off the plane in Atlanta? You know what I'm saying? Like that. No, nigga, you a Midwest nigga. Be clear about this. You're not a New York nigga.
But
Well,
T.I. was still king of the South.
He
Why
was
Pimp
no.
like,
T.I. is not was is the true king of the South. Ain't nobody claimed to get
But that was
throne.
still established why Pimp was still living though.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Pimp C gave his blessing.
Yeah,
I'm just using that
for
as
sure. Example, right on.
I'm being funny right
Yeah.
now. But what I'm saying is, this nigga Diddy is a poser. He's been a poser his whole life. And now his secrets are getting out.
That's the hustle, though. Playing a role. That's the hustle. That's how he got to where he is right now. It's being a salesman, playing a role.
Diddy has more bodies than Suge Knight, yet Suge's in prison.
Suge
Suge
Knight
just
wasn't
got
good
caught.
as a salesman as that nigga Diddy is.
I mean,
Brother Love.
lay it down, he's a crook for life.
Yeah. That nigga was he a hustler. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You can't knock him for that. He a hustler and he a freak.
He all about the money, man.
you.
All about
Yeah.
the money. If it ain't about the money,
Speaking of,
looking at
oh
it.
shit.
Freaky ass nigga.
he is freaky ass, dick
Who?
and booty ass, I beat women ass.
Who did he?
Diddy.
Hey, I'm still gonna play the music that I like though.
I mean,
Like
yeah, I
this,
ain't
like,
nothing.
yeah.
Listen, it's like R. Kelly. Like, I'm not gonna stop
go
listening to
listen
R.
to
Kelly
the album or
because you know what I'm saying. Like the music
We don't
is
listen to
music.
R. Kelly no
It
more.
rolled,
man.
man.
I definitely
It rolled,
listen to R. Kelly.
like for real.
No.
Yeah.
Like the album's good. I don't. For me, music is something
It
different.
man, it surprised me.
I can't take your music with your personal life.
It really surprised me, man. How good
I
that
still watch
album
that
is.
album.
But what I can take personal is this super light skinned ass nigga running around town disrespecting his father, who has paved the way for everybody
Oh.
in the family. And
Who we talking about?
Man,
his name, and only by name, is King Harris.
Oh.
You know,
Let's stand on
my
business.
girl said,
I ain't got much to
That-
say about that about the youngin.
I remind her of T.I.
So you remind her
She's
of
like,
T.I.?
she's like, you talk like T.I., dude. And I'm like,
So you be using SAT words on all the time?
Expedition.
Expeditiously. I need T.I. to do me a favor. And I ain't gonna stand this little nigga alone because he don't deserve the spotlight. Who really deserve the spotlight is the money because he doing this thing. And,
Man,
and
he is.
T.I.
Yeah, man,
you
he
can
go
see
hard.
He
it ain't
is.
about
He's
the
solid,
money.
man.
man,
He's the truth.
The money
He's
go hard.
solid.
The money got nails. He can actually rap.
For real.
He has content. He has bars. I know that's your brother, Damani. I'm not trying to. Your brother need an ass whooping. He need an ass
Somebody
whooping.
gonna
I mean,
catch
he
him.
just
T.I.
try-
need to take.
he
No,
was
fuck
trying
that.
to
T.I.
find-
need to take off his belt.
No, what I'm saying, somebody gonna catch him. Cause I mean, you know, he was
I can see
talking.
that.
He was talking big. I watched the video. And
Stand up business.
He was talking. I'm like, bro, you don't go to the wrong spot then. Especially now that it's made public that you said you was this. They gonna test you.
That too.
You know what
I
I'm saying?
think as long as he's in Atlanta, he good.
He's safe.
Yeah.
If
Because
he
I
ever
don't
goes
know.
Maybe.
I don't know. But
Maybe.
these young people these days,
Now, these
man.
youngsters are
These
different,
young people
saying.
these days, man. It's totally different thing.
But he do. I'm gonna say this. He do hang around some niggas that's about that life,
Yeah, they about that life.
and that's who he around.
That don't mean.
But that means
that
he's
don't
gotta
mean
always
they
be
gonna
around them.
Yeah, that
24/7.
That's true too. But he need his ass whoop. Ti whoop his ass. Whoop his motherfucking. Because if you
But
don't,
he at that age
Somebody
where
will.
he at that
It's
age
too
where
late for him to get his ass whooped. Like it's gonna be.
Yeah.
It's to the point where like he's gonna have to learn the hard way.
yeah,
Just hoping it ain't hoping it ain't fatal.
because that
That's
lesson
true.
because that lesson should have been taught 15 years ago.
Here's the crazy part. I don't mind him standing no business. I think
But
that
you shouldn't be sitting there talking crazy to your daddy though.
that part.
Hell no.
Man,
That part. I think he had every right to be like, listen, y'all know, y'all trying to play me right now. I know y'all acting like it, but y'all know I didn't live with y'all. I stayed with my granny, right? But don't play it like you stayed over there because they forced you out over there or they didn't want to raise you. You wanted to go over there. That's what you wanted to be because you wanted to play. You didn't want to be T.I.'s son because T.I.'s son had to stay in the house to be safe. You wanted to go play with the kids and do this and do that. So I get where he coming from. I get that he basically trying to say he had real exposure to the streets. Now, how much exposure? I don't know because I'm pretty sure Tiny ain't have her mama living in the
Man, I still don't see. Even if the granny stayed, I don't even see the granny stayed in the hood
at all
The granny stayed at the house with them when they had the Family Hustle TV show.
for the show. She
Like
did do
everybody
that for
was
the
in
show.
everybody was in the house with
For the
them.
show.
Like,
how
look,
long was the show running?
for years?
Years. Yeah.
But they didn't record
How-
24/7.
how old is he?
like,
Ain't
like
have to.
Damani and what's the oldest boy that look like T.I.? Messiah.
Messiah.
They live with their mama. Deja lived with her mama. King stayed over there. And honestly, I wouldn't want King badass in my house, no way. That nigga was bad as a kid. I wanted to whoop his ass.
He was annoying on that
I
show.
ain't pay no
He was bad as fuck.
I ain't even watch that shit.
I watched because of T.I., King of the South.
I mean, that's cool.
But you know who not King of the South? Charleston White. Listen.
Hey, according to the
You know
internet.
what? It wasn't until either this year or last year that I realized he is from Fort Worth.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
He is the
Yeah.
big. Listen, Charleston White is the biggest thing out of the DFW. Period.
Sadly,
No, not sadly. Listen,
I mean, for a sad reason.
I'm about to say what I'm about to say about Charleston, but I'm gonna say this first. I have a ton of respect for Charleston White as a man, as an activist. I think he's very calculated and smart. If you look at what he was doing before he went into this character about legislation and how he was partnering with the police to try to make the streets better, and even if you want to go back further, like that, Charleston White is really about that life. Like he is who he say he is. You know, he's one person. If he says, "Nigga, check my pedigree," you may want to check his pedigree because his pedigree is real. Now, he recently was on Cam Newton's podcast. And for all y'all who haven't seen the podcast, I think you should see it because I think you're going to see
It's too long. I can't.
It
sit
is
down.
long
Like
as fuck.
it
How long
says
is
like 3 hours. Like
Yeah.
I ain't
But-
got that much time.
and
yeah.
they're finna do a part 2. But
Did I do part 2 of the podcast?
of with him. But you could see the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde of Charleston White. Like they got into a conversation about why you say some of the things you say, right? How you say it, why you deliver it like
I
this.
seen a piece of it.
And that's the clip that went viral about him
Yeah.
saying, like, you know, when I talk to y'all like this, I got your attention,
Yeah.
right? You
Makes sense,
listening
though.
in.
Makes
you
sense.
worried about my delivery, but you know you got motherfuckers saying they booty hole brown, they pussy pink, and it's playing on the radio.
All
My
this
kids
stuff-
got to
all
hear
this
that.
stuff
And
makes
y'all ain't got
sense.
nothing to
It
say,
make-
but y'all talking about my delivery.
It makes sense though.
And he's 100% correct.
So
But-
what issue do you have with
But
him?
my thing is, following that, you go back into your character, right? Charleston, and I said this before. Like I said, I have a ton of respect for Charleston because he is who he is. But you have our attention. You have the attention of America. Everybody across in the South, they know who you are. You know, you stand on. Charleston White is somebody who don't say it, but he stands on business wherever he goes. If he going to Houston, he's saying what he's saying in Houston. If he go to Atlanta, he's saying what he's saying in Atlanta. If he go to LA, he's saying what he's saying in LA, and he is standing on business for real.
I don't know about that show at Crockett, Texas though. But go
That
ahead.
was different.
Go ahead.
That was different. That was different. But what I'm saying is, now that you have our attention, I need for you to at least split it 50-50. Because
You don't think he did?
no, hell no. He's more so into this character than he is anything else.
Do you think he'll lose our attention if he steps out of that character?
They're right there.
The people, you know what
They're
I mean?
right there.
You think he'll lose the attention?
I was about to ask, like, what's the issue with the character that he's playing though? Because I mean,
Because the character he
it's,
plays is a fool.
it's effective.
It is, but too much of that character will make people only look at that character.
The problem with the character he's playing right now is that he's playing the character too good to where the message he's trying to deliver isn't being
Getting
received
drowned.
anymore.
Yep.
Which how's it not?
Because
Because all we see is that fool.
No, when that clip came out, it was the whole clip. They didn't just clip what
Agreed.
30 seconds. No, they
Yeah.
they could put the whole
Agreed.
clip out when he was saying when I was doing A, B, and C, and the world is saying A, B, and C, but
Agreed.
now I'm talking like this.
And then he
Okay.
said, "Now I got
But-
your
but-
attention." Then
Yeah.
he started talking about
Right.
stats and facts and this and that.
But
so
But that's
like,
one clip, right? So think about this. When you look up Charleston White now, you're going to see more of him acting a fool than you will see those
because
clips.
immediately after
no,
that,
but the thing is like his like over the last couple of years, especially since like he's really took off since the pandemic.
yeah, yep.
Took off over the last 3 years. But since then, the character that he's in, people don't like the delivery. But you got to get past the delivery and listen to the words. That's what he's saying.
But the thing is, for example, like when he got into it with King Harris, right? What he's saying was true.
Yeah.
But in his delivery, it just caused a beef between him and T.I. And no one was focused on what he was trying to say because what he was saying was true. And same thing he said to Boosie. I'm trying to save y'all kids' life. But in the process, it just, oh, they beefing, man. T.I. gonna get that nigga.
But I had an experience, not even on this Charleston White type thing, but as far as like my person's playing college basketball at SFA. The head coach was a good coach, but his delivery, as far as like what he was trying to portray, the delivery was fucked up, and everybody knew it was fucked up. But it take a while for you to realize. Stop listening to how he's saying it and listen to what the fuck he's actually saying.
But it was like the Kevin Samuels thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whoa.
He was saying a lot of stuff that was,
Rest in peace.
you know, for real, but nobody focused on that. Because of how he was saying it.
But
So
if you put it a certain kind of way where it's how we speaking politically correct or this and that in vernacular that we speaking now, a lot of people ain't gonna gravitate towards it.
Exactly.
Right.
But
Because controversy sell. We said that
Right.
30, 40 minutes ago, right?
Yes.
But
So
what
he's being controversial to get his message out. Like I can say that honestly, like the first couple years or whatever he like first blew up, I wasn't even paying attention to the shit he was saying because like his delivery to me was like he's just going about the whole shit the wrong way. After a while, me actually sitting down listening to some of the stuff he was and thinking about it, I was like, he ain't saying no shit that's wrong.
but
when I see it pop up, normally I'm like, oh my God, here we go again. What
But-
did this nigga do?
Charleston White is a very intelligent black man.
Yeah.
And what I need is, when I say 50-50, I'm meaning I need, you can do what you do. Do what you did with King, do what you did with Boosie's son, all this other shit. But I also need you to be able to show that real intellectual side so you can actually try to drive more change get into the new mayor's office.
But why
talk
he got to do it a certain kind of way? Like he said in that clip. Like
You
he said in that
sounding
clip.
like Dr. Umar right
No,
now.
I'm not. I'm
Like
not.
look, like he said it,
Because-
like he said in that clip, like he did it the button up way,
Right.
Not
Yeah.
doing this and doing like changing laws, doing. He said
Nobody
that in
gave
the
a
clip.
fuck.
Hold on.
Nobody was paying attention. Now he put the different persona on.
Are
He
you-
talking like how you say how the rap niggas talk. I'm talking how these rap niggas talk and talk
Are
crazy.
you doing it?
People paying attention.
Are you doing it to make change, or are you doing it for notoriety? Because he was.
You
hold
need
on.
the notoriety
when,
to make
when he
change.
was doing it, the way he said he was doing it at first, he was still making change. His issue came in when he didn't get the notoriety for
No,
it.
No.
So he decided to change his delivery.
the change that he was making as far as like he was helping the laws get passed or something, all that type of stuff.
But what's the point of making laws change if the people aren't listening to you? Why you can pass all kind of laws, you can write everything you want on a piece of paper. It's shit if nobody reads that paper. So I'm gonna bring my message to the internet where
Everybody got their phone in their hand.
a million people can see my message in the next hour.
But how many more laws are getting changed? Is he still changing those laws?
It doesn't matter.
It does.
It does though.
No, it doesn't.
It does because I mean now you just out here you saying these things. It's like all right, cool, but nothing else is happening following.
Because the laws don't matter. The cultural effect of what he says is what matters.
But in our culture, if you're rallying people up with anger, like it's a difference if he was being controversial, and like we sit in the room and we'll sit there and we'll listen to what he's actually saying, right? And we'll say, I get what he's trying to say. Because we're logical thinkers.
But people gotta sit down. Like people can't just because he
People got it, but won't.
because the first 30, 40 seconds clip, whatever come across your phone, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever, Twitter, whatever you find in your feed or your information from, it comes off certain people just don't want to get past the initial delivery, controversial shit talking. They don't want to get past
but
that.
that's
But
the
just
problem.
sit down and just listen to what the fuck he's saying.
Y'all said it plain and clear. We come from a generation where we want to know the details, we want to know the facts. The people that he's trying to reach, they only want to see that snippet, and that's all they want to see. And we come in a generation where now controversy sells. So when you're selling controversy and it's causing chaos, it's causing people to want to fight you, like you said down in Texas, down in
Crockett, Texas,
Crockett,
East
Texas,
yeah.
where people want to run on stage and fight you because they only want to see that chaos in that 30-second clip, then that means your message is being lost. It's being lost in translation because this generation, they only want to see that 30-second clip. They don't give a damn about, well, let me listen to this 3-hour interview. You said it yourself. He said a lot of stuff in that 3-hour interview, but you didn't want to sit there for 3 hours and watch that.
I haven't even started it. I haven't even started it. Like
So-
I ain't watched no 3-hour interview in one sit down in a long time.
But that's what I'm saying. When you have, like, now you have the audience, right? Even if it's kind of like Kevin Samuels, he had to change his delivery up to say what he needed to say to women to try to help better the dating
What
scene,
he
right?
changed up? What did he change up?
If you listen to his show when it first started,
Yeah,
he was very
all
polite.
calm.
It was nothing like it was. It
Okay,
evolved
and-
to this.
and nobody was talking. Nobody was paying attention to him when he was
Yes.
calm and
Yeah.
he wasn't getting
But-
the shares and the
but
clicks and. But then
when-
he started
when-
talking that shit was controversial.
He started getting the shares and he started getting hate. But what Kevin Samuels did was he made sure every chance he got outside of his show, when he talked to people, he made sure that, look, this is what I'm actually doing. This is the message I'm trying to get.
He said
And
that
he'll
on the show.
bring up examples. He'll say, this girl called and she got offended because I said this and this and this, but let's just be real about it. And he breaks it down even further. Charleston will say something, it'll piss somebody off, and he'll go at that person. Oh yeah, boy, your mama like to suck dick. Your mama like to do this. Fuck your dead son. Fuck your. And like I said,
I don't agree with that.
this is when you call when
That's
you
the
bring,
clickbait.
When you bring chaos into a hostile situation,
Yeah, but that's most
it's
of the
only
only
going
thing
to
anybody
create
will watch.
more chaos because people. Myself, I would love to sit down and talk to Charleston because like I said, he's an intelligent brother. I know that conversation is going to be fruitful. But you got other people who want to meet Charleston because they want to beat him up. They want to be the ones known for whooping his ass or taking him out or taking him down. I punched him in the face.
That's because everybody
Violence
all they care
begets
about is the clout.
violence.
When we introduced the idea of Kevin Samuels to you, you had the same argument.
Yeah.
You didn't like his delivery.
Okay. and I still stand on that.
then posthumous Kevin Samuels, you switch sides.
I didn't switch sides.
Listen to the message.
I still stand on that.
So you gonna wait?
Let's
You gonna
be
wait
clear
for
about
Charleston
that.
White to die before
No.
you start to get the message?
No,
Listen to the message.
I still stand on what I said about Kevin Samuels. I'm not backtracking on none of that stuff. I understand what he was saying. I still disagree with some of the delivery that he did with some of the people that called into his show. It's a difference. It's a difference. Because as a man that was out there dating at the time, he was 1,000% correct on a lot of the things he said. But again, there's a certain way and a certain thing and a certain tact you have to go about doing it. Like I said, he used that at first to get clickbait, to gain his audience.
Yes.
He got his audience, and he decided that fuck the message.
Wait, who?
Who
Kevin
said that?
Samuels?
Yeah.
No.
As time progressed on,
This-
on his show, his delivery became harsher and harsher and harsher.
Because
But the
that's what
message was
people
still
are
there.
paying attention to.
And
That's
that's
what
what-
that's
and
what got more
after-
people to draw in and
At this
watch his
point,
live.
At one point, when you get to 1 million followers, you don't need.
Yes, you do. You have to entertain the audience. You can pepper in your message, but you still have to entertain to keep people focused on you.
Exactly.
And
It's-
Charleston White is doing the same thing. He has a message,
It's his marketing plan.
but his ignorance, the ignorant nigga has to come out so that he can continue
Let
to
me
get
ask you
clicks to
something.
deliver his message.
Do you respect Jerry Springer as a lawyer?
As a what?
Lawyer.
As a TV show person.
I've never
persona.
seen him
I
practice
didn't know
law.
he was a lawyer.
So, do you respect him as a journalist?
I only know him as Jerry Springer TV show. That's
I'm gonna
all I
say,
know.
yeah.
So
I
did
didn't
you know
him as
when
anything
Jerry
else.
Springer first started off, his show was actually informative, where he talked about things like civil rights and the Klansmen and things of that nature before the fighting and all the other stuff and the titties and
I ain't know about the Klansmen.
so. This is what I call the Jerry Springer effect, the Ricky Lake effect, the
Country First you said. Ricky
Yes.
Lake
Where-
wasn't that crazy
where
like that.
Jenny
nah.
Jones was.
Jenny Jones. But it's one of those things where Jerry started off with something that was especially for a white male to talk about black oppression and things of that nature. It had a good message on it, right? He needed to get his click up, right? So they had one episode where a real fight broke out, and they said, "What if we do this every week?" And as time progressed on, it got sillier and sillier and sillier. And honestly, people stopped respecting Jerry and taking him seriously.
You
It's gonna
still
be
tuned in at 4 p.m. if you
No.
at home from shit.
Shit, them motherfuckers. I was
Man.
watching that shit.
I was done. And you know what's crazy? Even to a certain extent, like Maury did the same thing, right?
Yeah.
But you know what Maury did? He was like, you know what? I'm gonna dial it back a little bit. You know, he definitely went overboard with "You are not the father, you are the father," paternity test stuff,
Way too
paternity
many
test
times. I was
Tuesday.
like,
but
all right, I'm done.
but do you know how many people like in the end he actually helped try to find their real fathers and parents and stuff like that? Like it's one girl. I'm not gonna put a business out there. Well, I'm gonna put a business out there. But
I
I'm
mean,
not
it's
gonna
on
say her
TV,
name.
like shit.
She's from the DFW area, and she had been on the show like 6 different times.
Tristan Young.
Do you know her name?
It was Tristan Young.
So anyway, she been on the show like 6 different times.
So it was Tristan Young.
Had so many tests
Oh,
done,
shit.
and none of the tests were the babies came back as the father.
Yeah, that was
And
Tristan Young.
What Jerry did was Jerry
It's
He
her
met
name
up with
about
her.
8 times. What
I
is
know
the
that
government?
motherfucker.
The first and last name, government.
for that.
Jerry
Government.
Jerry had his people like, listen, here's what we're gonna do, because I'm not gonna put you through this no more. We're gonna give you unlimited paternity tests until we find the father of your
Hey
child.
man, she put herself through that.
I get that.
She
I
did.
get that.
She
But
laid
what
on
I'm-
her back. She caught that plane.
But what I'm saying is he didn't let his overall agenda affect his goal. His goal
Okay.
was to help people, and he still did it. Charleston White's goal is to help people.
Is he not helping people?
Have you seen any people get helped?
Just by the message that he putting out. It's sparking conversation like this.
Right.
It's
us.
sparking conversation for us to talk. We talking amongst men.
But that's
But
that's,
you gonna reach back to the youth and pour something into them too. Not saying everything what Charleston said, what verbatim what he's saying, but the message that he's saying is not bad.
Oh no, I never said it was. What I'm
So
saying
keep doing what he's doing.
it's definitely getting lost in translation.
It's not. If you
I don't
just
think
be
so.
patient and just
I
listen.
disagree.
we're grown men. To these youth, it's getting lost in translation. What king want to do to Charleston right now?
They need to sit the fuck down and listen too.
Right.
Yeah, but the problem is they can't. They not. When
So
they see him,
that's Charleston's fault.
when they see him,
Right. That's
it's on
Charleston's
site.
fault that they can't
That's
receive.
Charleston's fault.
No, it ain't his fault.
Okay,
It
he's
ain't his
doing what
fault.
he's doing.
Right.
But like I said, I
He
would
has an
love,
effect on it.
I would love to see him like just sit down one day. Like you can keep doing all the other shit, but at least in the middle of the other shit, have a PSA like, look, let's have some real talk with Charleston White. I love to see that shit because I know he gonna put it out there. He gonna speak facts. He gonna put it out there. He gonna stand on business and say, now what?
But he does it in his clips, and he just started with some bullshit.
Yeah.
He started in the middle of it. At the end of it, it's
But that's to keep you engaged.
Right, because if he come out and just have a whole hour-long conversation
And
and
he just
don't
talking,
act the
just chill
donkey,
and not. Yeah, ain't nobody watching that
Nobody's
shit.
going to listen
Nobody's
to
sharing that.
nobody's gonna share anything
It's marketing.
about it.
He has, like you said, he's in character.
Yeah,
He has to stay in character to keep his shit out, keep himself relevant.
yeah. You got
Long
to put on a show.
long as he talking some shit that we need to hear,
You got to entertain.
it's gonna be some bullshit that we don't want to hear. That's a given. That's how it's
I
been
learned
the
my
last few years.
ABCs and 1, 2, 3 from Sesame Street, but Elmo and Big Bird still had on them little outfits. They still put on a show.
I would like to see Charleston White stand where he's supposed to stand, which is
He
as
is.
a high king delivering his message that he's supposed to. I support you, Charleston. Let's just
He
be
delivering
clear
his
about that
message,
shit.
but you
I
can't.
support
But you
Charleston,
can't. Like the delivery, like he said in that clip.
You
We
worried
talking
about my delivery?
You worry about the delivery.
Nah,
Yeah.
I'm worried about the message being lost.
It ain't. You worry about the delivery. The
Nah,
message
I'm
ain't
worried about the
lost.
message
You
being
right.
lost.
You being lost in the delivery.
All right, so let me ask this: is the way he going about it right? Is that how we have to get another Martin?
Yes, that's what I'm getting to.
Wait. Say that again.
Is that how we have to get another Martin or another?
Malcolm, like
Malcolm.
Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. Unfortunately,
We don't need Malcolm. We don't need Martin. We have Charleston.
We need a whole bunch of Malcolms.
hey,
All I'm saying
we
is
need
a
an
leader.
army of
we need,
both.
We
we
need
need
a whole bunch
leader.
of Malcolms.
but
if our leaders are gonna act like the followers,
But are we
know what I'm
are we
saying?
putting
We're
him
not
as
really
are we putting him in that leadership position? Like he's just a messenger. He's just
right.
just giving out the
Jesus
message.
was
That's
a
the thing.
messenger.
Honestly,
Yeah, okay.
honestly,
he was a leader.
I would put him in that leadership position because
I would not.
I'm gonna tell you why. He's been
I'm
there.
gonna ask you a question right now.
He knows how to get legislation passed. He knows how to get in these doors and talk to these people. He's made arrangements with the police and all this other stuff. Like he's been there. And then on top of that, you know, when it comes to these niggas that stand on business and gangsters, he don't back down. He's not gonna back down. He's met them at their level and has won several times in many different areas that ain't his area. You don't hear about a lot of niggas going to California doing what he do. You don't hear about a lot of niggas going to Atlanta doing what he do. You don't hear about a lot of niggas going to Houston doing what he do.
He pepper sprayed a rapper, nigga.
Several. And the gangster entourage.
Sometimes you got to.
He could have killed him.
Why wouldn't you put him as leader?
Because he acted donkey.
Okay, that's exactly what we getting at.
What? I'm not
No,
saying.
no,
I'm not saying he's not
We're
flawed.
just saying his message, like his message is his delivery is not what
When it-
it's not
Exactly.
everybody's cup of tea.
Right, and I'm
But
not
just
saying.
listen to the
Exactly.
message.
I'm not
though.
saying he
But
should
people
be.
ain't going to listen.
You
to
got to,
No,
but
no,
I
no,
mean,
People aren't listening
but
to the
it's
message.
everything is not going to be presented how you would want it to be presented.
You're right.
And that's not even talking about Charleston.
But he's
or
got the attention
whether it's your spouse, whether it's your kid, it's not going to be presented the way that you want it to be presented. You still got to listen to whatever actually being presented to and decipher what's right and what's wrong,
Right.
and stick with the right.
And I'm not
Dismiss
saying
the bullshit.
And I'm
you
not
got to
saying-
dismiss the bullshit.
Okay, so
I agree with that.
Well, hold on,
As
hold
he
on.
is now, make him a leader.
Hell
didn't
no.
say- I didn't say that.
You know, dismiss the bullshit.
And that's the point that I'm trying to make. A leader, unfortunately, today, a leader needs to be squeaky clean. You have to be a Barack Obama. Because anything less than a Barack Obama, they will tear you up. The internet will tear you apart.
Yeah.
Charleston White is not bulletproof.
I agree with
Literally
that.
and figuratively. He's not bulletproof. He has too much, he has played the clown and at the same time given a whole bunch of knowledge, but he's played the clown too much that we can't put him in a leadership role and expect him to lead black people to anywhere because he has played the clown too much.
I think
And that's been the
Brandon
problem. That's the
Brown
problem.
said it best earlier when he said that it's crazy how black men they want other black men to fail, and I think that's why Barack can't be the leader because he is squeaky clean, and regardless of how much good he does, you look in the black community and they try to find something wrong with. Oh, he did this and he ain't never did enough for black people. He did it always.
I agree he
Always.
ain't did much for black people, but I was talking about just his reputation.
No, I get what you're saying.
Just like you have to be squeaky clean because they'll dig into your Twitter feed from 20 years ago and find one tweet and will tear you apart because of that one. You getting canceled, bro.
But-
because you said nigga and you black.
But you know who not squeaky clean?
Who?
That bitch ass, light skinned ass, mark ass, punk ass, tattoo face ass, curly haired ass, nerdy. I had a perm in high school, fake crip, album from California, hiding, want to fight Soulja Boy ass, Blueface. Hate this nigga.
That is a long ass intro.
He is into the epitome of
We gotta talk. We gotta talk
nigga.
about him on here.
Talk about
I'm-
face.
this-
I don't know
be
much
quick.
information on him, so
It's gonna be quick, man. Say, man, I can't get down with nobody. See, Charleston, you my nigga. I fuck with you, Charleston. Blueface, fuck you. You don't, first of all,
Why
you
is
a
it
horrible
called
rapper.
Blueface? Oh yeah, okay.
Horrible rapper.
From a music standpoint, yes, trash.
You talking about you want to do a versus battle with Soulja Boy? First of all, they gonna give you a hot dog pass for doing a versus battle. Don't nobody want to see you get on stage and do Bust Down Tatiana and rap off beat, nigga.
Man.
Like
He
your
gonna,
whole,
he gonna have to do that 20 times.
that's it.
your whole career is because Cardi B decided to jump on your shit, nigga. You ain't did shit since. Nobody wants to see you rap. Your baby mama make more money than you because she a better rapper than you. You trash, my nigga.
And she
I
trash,
hate-
Which
too.
one?
Blue, both of them do actually. The bad Bill
both bad.
and Krishan.
Well,
both
and that's
terrible.
the thing. He
They're all
could
terrible.
He could be a Diddy. The way he putting these motherfuckers on, he'll drop Krishan, go find another one, and put her right in the same spot.
I don't think
I ain't
listen,
gonna give him Diddy credit.
He not
Well, not
Diddy,
Diddy.
but
Okay,
he-
that's a
he's-
little bit high.
He's
Yeah.
a woman beater, known woman beater. I don't understand how he ain't been canceled. But then again, he ain't got no career to cancel. I don't understand it. You know,
These
like,
women want that.
Because it's clicks.
Nah, man, nah.
Yeah,
And
but
he
cannot.
and he
Oh, that's
and
another
their
discussion.
drama.
Listen.
That's another discussion.
Listen, music has told women they hoes. These women have agreed they are hoes.
Bitches.
And he showed them that they are hoes and
He
they
pointed at
want
them and
to
said,
be a hoe.
He's a walking STD.
Hoes like that.
That's what he is. And he can't fight. I seen you little weak ass boxing match. Boy, you ain't got no hands on you. Thinking you can whoop somebody. Come to Texas. I go a few rounds with you. My man got gloves in the car. What's up?
I got gloves in the car.
What's up? Fight a real nigga. Talking
Make
about
sure
you,
I'm
boy,
on
boy,
camera
you-
when I say that.
nigga
I got
talk-
gloves in the car. I'm waiting on a few people.
Talking about he gonna pull up on
Oh,
Soulja
shit.
Boy. Boy, Soulja Boy a real killer. That's something you ain't never did. Soulja Boy's a real killer. It's
What?
documented.
He a what?
A real killer.
Man. Yeah, I say my
Dre.
comment.
It's documented. It's documented. He's a real killer.
Nigga said, bah.
He's a real killer. You can't take that away from him.
Because he said on the internet.
No, it's in the court records. It's self-defense. Same thing with Gucci when he was smoking on Pookie Loke.
Damn.
But it's the truth. It's documented. I just can't respect this man, man. This is kick this. I'm gonna get with Drake, and I'm gonna tell Drake to kick him out the light skin coalition.
I'm just looking
'cause
at the women over
This
there.
nigga is trash. But
Then
with
niggas-
all that being said, y'all, we told y'all, man, R.n.s is back. We warned you niggas. We gave you niggas some time to get your shit together, and you failed.
Miserable.
You failed. So I got a message for all you other podcasts, all you trash ass niggas out here talking about you host a podcast, doing your thing. Daddy's home.
Oh, he is a daddy now. He can say that.
Hey,
Yeah.
Daddy's home.
2024.
Go ahead and kick us off with your final thoughts, man.
Charleston White, keep doing what you're doing, man.
Big
Man.
You annoying, and at the same time you dropping facts. And it fucks with me sometime, but keep doing what you're doing because I'm sure it's the best you can do. I won't
Dang,
say it
that
like
sound
that.
messed up.
I won't say it like that. I won't say it like that. Not the
Sound
best
messed
you
up.
could do. I'm sure you can act even more damn fool and you actually keep it under wraps just a little bit. Blueface is trash.
Big
What else we
fact.
talk about? Leave Jada alone. Like literally, stop talking about that motherfucker. just leave her alone. Let her go away. And bitches. That's all I got to say.
With the cuz.
I ain't got nothing, man. I ain't even gonna lie. Today was just interesting.
No closing. Okay.
Welcome back, Moody.
Wait, hold on.
For sure.
My wife said, leave those gloves in the car.
For sure.
No.
Closing remarks for me. I piggyback off what you said, Charleston White. Keep doing your thing as far as like how you portraying your message. Yes, controversial. Yeah, people don't like it, but if people gonna listen to it, keep doing what you're doing. People can get past the first 15, 30 seconds or even a couple minutes to listen to what you're saying. Keep doing what you're doing. They were listening before. I'm not even a Colorado fan, but shout out to Dion. I love what you're doing out there, brother.
Yeah.
And I'm always going to support. And because your last name's Sanders, right on. So, but shout out to what I love everything you're doing out there in Colorado. Keep doing what you're doing. Can't wait to see what's coming up for the upcoming season. Shador, it's on you, brother. It's up and it's stuck.
We're going to end by saying this. I told you niggas when I come home, it's on. Like Tupac said, picture me rolling, nigga. Blueface, you a bitch ass, hoe ass, punk ass, mark ass, trick ass, weak ass nigga.
Damn.
I gotta rap you. I gotta box you. Better football player than you. You trash, bro. Your mama fine, but you trash. And that's just what it boils. His mama fine in the motherfucker.
I ain't even seen it.
Who? She the real star. Mama fine, boy. But you trash, bro. And a nigga gonna whoop your ass, my nigga. You think you good and all this other shit. The problem is your music don't sell, so you can't go on tour outside of California. So that's really the issue. Damn. Like you ain't got a chance to go out of state because you don't do shit, my nigga. So, but anyway, your day is coming, y'all. We thank everybody for tuning in. Once again, we will be back. I always remember a gangster gentleman.
He fucked it up.
Damn
He been gone too long.
It's been a minute.
He been gone too long.
It's been a minute.
A gentleman never kisses and tells.
And a gangster never fucking snitch.
And we up out this bitch.
He fucked it up. Boy.
Ring rust. What? We gotta get him back, man.
Yeah. He gonna be talking crazy, your ass.
That nigga, hell yeah. Hey, he texting
support
right
that
now.
nigga.
I think it's like $10,000 for an interview.
Oh,
In
for
real
real?
life, yeah. He getting it.
Oh, yeah, we ain't paying
I
that.
fuck with y'all. So no.